You know, Franchon Crews' kind of narrative throughout has really been that very simply, that she wants it more than you. And we all know that in sport, if a skill differential is going to play any part, then you've got to match the other person for effort. And do you find it slightly insulting, maybe, that she feels that you're not willing to do that?
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't know me. She doesn't know anything about me. So I don't know why she's holding on to that.
You came today, it seems, with some sort of game plan, like you were trying to stir the pot. Did you think it worked a little bit?
I'm not stirring the pot. No, it is. I'm just sick of.
You want to speak your mind and understand?
Yeah, coming over, like Americans in particular, come over here and just like talking absolute rubbish. No, they don't know me. They don't know what I go through. I've had nothing given to me in my career, so do you know what? I'm going to let her just sit there and talk a load of waffle.
We will obviously talk about this fight, but just talking about what you went through, the loss to Claressa Shields. What happened in that aftermath? What did you do? What went through your mind? Did you just take yourself off for a little bit to kind of process it and deal with it?
Yeah, I had about 4 months off, which is probably the longest I've had off since I was 16. So it was nice just being normal for kind of...
I bet that was weird at the same time though, as well, having that sort of length of period off.
I was lost, and I got to the point where I'd had enough of raiding the fridge, I'd had enough of takeaways, I'd had enough of late nights and...
Enough of daytime TV, there's only so much you can watch that.
Yeah, there's only much Lorraine Kelly I could stand, so come to the point where I was like, look, I want to be back now.
But do you think that's probably the best thing for you in terms of having that, because it's given you the desire and the motivation to come back as you are now?
Oh, 100%. Look, I was beaten by the better fighter, and that was hard to take. I had an opportunity to become probably the best pound for pound in the world, and I was beaten, and losing's hard. Losing's really hard. I hate losing. So it was a bit of pill to swallow, and also a personality. You know, we didn't really get on. There was the build-up had went on for about 10 years, so it was hard.
Have you had to really part that going into this to focus on this fight, so no demons are hanging over you, no hangover from that last fight going into this?
No, I left that in 2022. That's dead and buried now.
So what are you expecting on Saturday? What do you think Franchon's going to bring?
The only thing she can bring is she can't outbox me long. She's going to have to come and try and sit on my chest. And that's what I want. That's what I've trained for. I've trained for the best Franchon Crews there is.
We're going to have Claressa Shields with us ringside. How do you feel about that? Is that anything in your mind or bothered? I mean, she's also going to be here supporting Franchon. Is that a good thing for you?
She's supporting me. She's here for me. That's why she's here, Anna. I texted her earlier on and let enough time the presser was kicking off, so she's in the loop.
It doesn't bother you at all that she's going to be there?
Standard. All the build up to this has been Claressa rematch. And look, it's knocked her a bit. It's knocked Franchon because everyone's talking about Claressa, but I can't help it. It's the biggest fight out there.
But with that, like you just said there, a lot of the talk already around this has been the Claressa rematch. Is that noise in your head, or can you just blank that out?
Look, I've had it all my career. It's been. She went on to accomplish everything, hasn't she? And I didn't accomplish what she did as an amateur. Then she's won multiple titles as a pro, so my name's always been tied with hers and vice versa, and then she beat me, so it's the only fight out there at these higher weights.
You're looking really well. Are you finding the higher weight is suiting you? Are you more comfortable now you're there?
Yeah, I always made middle, but it was hard. It was hard. And this had a lot more carbs, which is always nice.
You now look back and think, how did I manage it?
I'm looking in the mirror, thinking, how on earth did I ever make middle?
But you did. And also your camp was up here in Manchester, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So is that good for you that this week, I guess, you're at home, are you? Are you managing to go home? You don't have to stay in a hotel. Is that better for you?
I'm taking advantage. This is the first time ever I've been able to sleep in my own bed fight week, eat my own food, rather than... Normally you're sat in a hotel, you're having to nip out for food, and you're just lounging about on your bed watching telly. So at least I'm at home, I've got my own comforts, I'm just doing what I would normally do.